All right, guys, let's talk about something that every man wonders, but few actually understand. What women do when they're feeling that kind of way. Here's the deal. Women don't always say what's on their minds, especially when it comes to desire. But their actions, their energy, they speak volumes. Think about those moments when you sense the vibe shift, but you're not sure if it's real. Most men overlook these signals, but today, we're clearing that confusion up. Women show their attraction in subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways through body language, tone, and even how they act around you. This is where we reveal the 10 things a woman does when she's turned on but keeps it low key. Stick around because these insights might just change how you see those flirty little signs forever. 1. Her voice turns into a soft, seductive melody. Picture this. You're having a conversation with her, and suddenly, her voice changes. It becomes softer, slower, more delicate, almost like a whisper meant just for you. She's not doing this intentionally, but there's something magnetic about the way her words sound now. It's gentle yet incredibly inviting, drawing you in closer, as if she's creating an intimate bubble between the two of you. But here's where things get interesting. This isn't just coincidence or her being polite. It's biological. When a woman feels attraction or arousal, her body reacts in subtle but powerful ways. One of those reactions, the shift in her vocal tone. Her voice lowers slightly and takes on a breathier, more romantic quality. It's like her subconscious is expressing desire without her even realizing it. Now, here's the key takeaway. If you notice that her tone changes when she's talking to you and only you, while her voice remains its usual pitch when she talks to others, that's a huge sign. She doesn't do this with everyone. It's something special, a natural response to her feelings of desire. Her voice in that moment becomes a quiet melody, a soft tune that reflects the connection brewing between you two. Romantic and subtle, this shift in her voice can tell you more about her emotions than words ever could. Pay attention the next time this happens. You might be hearing her attraction before she's ready to say it outright. Keep it between the two of you, though. After all, her voice just turned into a song meant only for your ears. 2. The subtle art of touching herself while looking at you. All right, gentlemen, here's a moment that's as intimate as it gets. Picture this. She's looking at you, a soft smile playing on her lips. And while doing so, her fingers gently grace her neck or collarbone, or maybe she absent-mindedly twirls her hair. This is no coincidence. This is pure chemistry at work. They aren't meaningless. They're her body speaking a language of seduction, one that whispers vulnerability and allure. The neck, collarbone, and hair are among the most sensual and feminine parts of a woman, and trust me, when she draws attention to these areas, it's no accident. Her touch, delicate and slow, is a subconscious dance of attraction. She brushes her fingers along her neck as if she's teasing the air. She traces the line of her collarbone, almost inviting your gaze to follow. Or she plays with her hair in hypnotic, deliberate movements, maybe twirling it, maybe tucking it behind her ear with just enough grace to make your pulse quicken. Every gesture carries a weight of intention, even if she's unaware of it herself. Here's a pro move for you. Use her actions as a chance to spark connection. Next time you see her touching her necklace or running her fingers along her neck, casually compliment her. Say something like, "That's a beautiful necklace. Does it mean something special to you?" Pay close attention to her response. If she smiles, blushes, glances down, or touches the necklace again while answering, oh yes, she's definitely feeling something for you, and it's more than just friendship. This is what we call a biological attraction signal, a way she communicates her desire without saying a single word. It's sensual, it's raw, and it's very, very real. 3. She finds subtle ways to break the touch barrier. When a woman is drawn to you, she'll often seek small, intentional opportunities to make physical contact. Here's the secret. Women rarely touch men they're not attracted to. If she's finding excuses to initiate those little touches, it's anything but accidental. Think about it. She brushes her hand against yours while grabbing her drink. She gently touches your arm during a laugh, even if the joke wasn't that funny. Or maybe she rests her hand on your shoulder to emphasize her point when speaking. Each of these actions holds deeper meaning. What she's doing here is testing the waters of physical closeness. It's her way of creating a connection, gauging your reaction, and setting the tone for a deeper bond. What's exciting is she's not merely comfortable being close to you, she's inviting you to reciprocate. This silent yet powerful signal is her way of saying, I trust you and I want to be even closer. Here's something crucial to understand. If she is the one initiating physical contact, she's already giving you the go-ahead to take things up a notch. She finds you appealing, and this is her way of showing she's ready to deepen that connection. The question is now on you. Will you notice these subtle touches, and will you respond in a way that strengthens the chemistry between you two? Never underestimate the power of body language. Often it speaks louder than words. Don't miss the opportunity to recognize these cues and make her feel just as desired as she's making you feel. 4, she can't stop adjusting her clothes. Have you noticed her constantly fiddling with her clothes when she's around you? Maybe she's smoothing out her dress, adjusting her top, or tugging at her jeans when there's no real reason to do so. This isn't about style or comfort. It's something much deeper. It's her subconscious speaking, and trust me, it tells a lot. These little adjustments, like fixing her neckline, tightening a strap, or even playing with her sleeves, might look small, but they're undeniably telling. They're signs of nervous excitement, and more often than not, a response to attraction. It's her way of making herself look just a little bit better for you, ensuring every tiny detail is in place because, in that moment, she wants your eyes on her. It's romantic, really. Without even realizing it, her body is responding to her feelings. She's not just trying to look good, she's signaling her interest and longing for your attention. That quick tug on her skirt or adjustment of jewelry isn't random. It's a reflection of her nervous anticipation in your presence. Pay attention next time. Notice those movements and think about the energy behind them. It's a mix of bashfulness and boldness, a subtle way of saying, I want you to see me. These small actions speak volumes, and now that you know, you won't be able to miss them. 5, she can't stop laughing at your humor. Here's a little secret, gentlemen. When a woman is drawn to you on a deeper, more intimate level, your sense of humor magically becomes irresistible. Yes, even your worst dad jokes, or the ones that sound better in your head, suddenly turn into comedic gold. Pay attention to how she reacts when you crack a joke. If she's laughing uncontrollably, even when the punchline is average or the joke falls flat, it's not about the comedy itself. It's about connection. Laughter in moments like these is more than just amusement. It's a spark. It's her way of expressing excitement, warmth, and intense interest in the moment you're sharing. When she laughs, it means she feels comfortable around you, and it fuels the chemistry between you. It's her unspoken way of saying, I like how you make me feel. And when attraction reaches this level of intensity, that laughter can even be a signal of arousal, bubbling beneath the surface. You'll catch her giggling at remarks that aren't even meant to be funny, or reacting like you just told the world's funniest story. It's because, in her eyes, you're quickly becoming the source of her joy and excitement. That thrill she feels in your presence just has to find a way out, and laughter is the most natural and flattering way of showing it. The beauty of this connection, the more you nurture it with your playful energy, the more she'll lean into those feelings. And trust me, when a woman laughs freely and frequently around you, her comfort level and attraction are through the roof. If you're picking up on this signal, don't brush it off. It's the kind of chemistry that creates lasting romantic tension. She's ready. Now it's your move. 6, her eyes speak the language of desire. When it comes to attraction, sometimes her eyes say everything her words cannot. A woman doesn't hold prolonged and lingering eye contact with just anyone. This is one of those subconscious signals that reveal she's drawn to you in a way that goes beyond casual or polite interest. It's intense, intentional, and speaks volumes about her desires. Have you noticed the way her gaze lingers just a second too long before she looks away? That isn't by chance. When she's feeling that spark of intimacy, her pupils dilate and her stare becomes deeper, almost magnetic. Even more telling, if she glances at your lips mid-conversation, her thoughts may already be imagining what a kiss would feel like. This isn't just romantic speculation, it's science. Research shows that sustained eye contact can release oxytocin, the love hormone, which heightens feelings of connection and intensifies attraction. Here's where it gets interesting. If she's holding your stare and giving you those prolonged moments of eye-to-eye electricity, she's silently inviting you to reciprocate the energy. Take this as your cue. Lock eyes with her just a little longer and add a subtle, confident smirk. This subtle move amplifies the tension, drawing her in further. Watch close for her response. If she bites her lip, offers a soft smile, or looks away shyly only to glance back at you moments later, you've got her attention in the most romantic way possible. Her body language is doing all the talking now. You've awakened her interest and created a connection that lingers in the air between you. The beauty of this moment lies in its unspoken intensity, making it one of the most captivating signs of attraction. 7, she finds every excuse to be close to you. Ever feel like she's invading your personal space a little too often? Trust me, that's no accident. When she sees you as more than just a friend, the invisible boundary of personal space almost disappears. She'll lean in when you're talking, even if you're not whispering. It's like she's magnetically drawn to you, wanting to feel your presence more deeply. Notice how she might move closer when you're standing or sitting next to each other. Maybe it feels subtle at first, a brush of her shoulder, or the way she rests her arm just a little too close. If you take a step back and she follows, closing that gap again, it's a clear sign. She's not just standing there out of convenience. She's showing you, even if unconsciously, how much she enjoys being near you. Her actions speak volumes. This kind of subtle intimacy is a signal of trust and physical attraction. Women have a way of gravitating toward men who spark their interest on a deeper level. When she's comfortable breaking that invisible line of personal space, it often means she wants something more. Next time you're with her, pay attention to how she positions herself. If you find her leaning closer, so much so that the noise of the world melts away and it feels like it's just the two of you in that moment, take that as your sign. That closeness isn't accidental. It's her way of letting you know how much she desires your presence emotionally and physically. Don't ignore it. It's your green light. 8. Here's the romantic science behind it. When she's aroused, her oxygen demand increases, and her body responds instinctively by adjusting her breath, making each inhale and exhale slightly more noticeable. Pay attention to moments where she exhales slowly after a laugh, or even during a pause in the conversation. That slow release isn't random. It's her subconscious way of releasing built-up tension. It's sensual, intimate, and one of nature's little whispers that she's drawn to the energy between you. The magic happens when you know how to respond. Without saying a word, you can mirror her rhythm, breathe slightly slower and deeper yourself. The calm yet deliberate nature of your breath sends an unspoken message of confidence and connection. Lower your voice just a bit. It naturally draws her closer to you. And here's the beauty of it all. When she starts syncing her rhythm to yours, it's not by accident. Her body is reflecting the harmony she feels with you. This subtle yet powerful exchange is an unspoken moment of intimacy where words aren't needed because your energy speaks volumes. It's romantic, electric, and when you recognize it, you'll understand the depth of the connection you're building. Breath by breath, you'll find her completely captivated in your presence. This, dear friends, is when you know you're on another level of chemistry, one where she can't help but feel an undeniable pull toward you. 9, guys, she can't stop playing with her lips. There's something undeniably captivating about the way lips become part of a silent conversation. You may have noticed her biting or licking her lips more than usual when she's around you. At first glance, it might seem as though she's simply moisturizing or it's just a habit. But trust me, there's much more to it than that. It's her body speaking in a language of its own. When she bites her lips softly, runs her tongue along the curve of her bottom lip, or gently licks her lips while looking at you, she's giving off subtle but powerful signals. This behavior is usually subconscious, triggered by how she feels about you in the moment. Here's the science behind it. When a woman is attracted or aroused, the sensitivity of her lips increases. Her body instinctively knows this, and as a result, those delicate lip movements start happening. It's not just about touch, it's about desire. The thought of kissing you, feeling closer to you, or sharing that intimate connection lingers in her mind, even if she doesn't say a word. Her lips become a part of the story she's telling through body language. Look out for that lingering gaze she gives you before biting her lips softly, or the way her tongue slowly makes its way across her lips while you're mid-conversation. When you see her doing this, it's her way of expressing feelings that words cannot capture. It's romantic, intimate, and yes, undeniably sexy. It's these little unspoken gestures that show you exactly how much she's into you. Pay attention. Her lips might be telling you a story only you're meant to hear. 10, she gets flustered and blushes when you compliment her. There's something undeniably sweet and telling about the way a woman reacts to a heartfelt compliment. If she blushes or gets visibly flustered when you say something nice about her, it's a major sign of attraction and excitement. This isn't something she does for just anyone. It's her body giving away her emotions before her mind can even catch up. Blushing is an involuntary response triggered by heightened emotions like excitement or arousal. When she feels butterflies because of your words, her cheeks can't help but turn a little pink. It's not just about the blush, though. Pay attention to the way she fidgets, giggles, or even momentarily loses her composure when you tell her something sweet. Compliments like, "You have the most beautiful smile," or "I love the way your eyes light up when you laugh," can completely melt her in the moment. If she looks away shyly, bites her lip, or gives you that uncontrollable glowing smile, that's her body's way of shouting how much she's into you without needing to say a single word. This little physical reaction might seem subtle, but it holds deep emotions that words alone can't express. It's an incredibly romantic and intimate moment shared between the two of you, so don't take it for granted. When you notice this sweet gesture, relish it. It's a clear window into how much she's feeling for you in that very moment. This isn't just attraction, it's excitement, vulnerability, and chemistry combined, making the moment unforgettable.